Toyota has a way of quietly building legends. It started with the Toyota 2000 GT, then years later, the Lexus LFA showed what the brand could do when it stopped playing it safe. Now Gazoo Racing steps in with a new Halo sports car that feels like the next chapter in that story. This is the GR-GT, a road-legal race car that looks like it drove straight off a circuit and onto the street. From the beginning, the engineers focused on three simple but demanding goals. Keep the center of gravity incredibly low, keep the curb weight as low as possible, and make the structure stiff enough for the aerodynamics to really work. Those ideas are baked into every part of the car. Under the long hood sits a new twin, turbocharged V8 engine paired with a single electric motor mounted in the transaxle. Together, they are targeting at least 640 horsepower and around 627 pound-feet of torque, all sent to the rear wheels through a newly developed 8-speed automatic transmission. Toyota is calling those output figures minimum targets for the prototype, which means the production GR-GT could be even stronger. To support that power, the car rides on Toyota's first all-aluminum frame, wrapped in body panels made from carbon fiber reinforced plastic and aluminum. Dropping weight does more than help straight line speed. It lowers the center of gravity, sharpens turn-in, lets the suspension and aero work more effectively, and even helps the brakes do their job with more confidence. Braking is handled by huge carbon ceramic discs at all four corners, hiding behind 20-inch wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. At the back, the 325-section width rubber makes it clear this car is serious about putting power down. Toyota is targeting a curb weight of 3,858 pounds or less. The car absolutely looks like a road-legal race car. The roofline is extremely low, with an overall height of just 47 inches, giving the GR-GT a planted, almost predatory stance. Along the sides, the vents and sills look like they were pulled straight from a GT3 car. The front still reads as a Toyota face, but exaggerated, almost cartoonish in a fun way, with a dramatic dash-to-axle ratio that screams classic sports car proportions. At the rear, a quad exit exhaust is tucked into aggressive aero elements, promising that the V8 will sound as wild as the car looks. Gazoo Racing developed the GR-GT alongside the GR-GT 3 race car, and the two share suspension components and the twin turbocharged V8 portion of the powertrain. That shared DNA gives this new flagship a real motorsport backbone, not just marketing talk. There is a sense that Toyota wanted to build something that honors its racing efforts while giving enthusiasts a car they can actually drive on real roads. If this is the new flagship sports car in the Toyota family, it sets the tone in a big way. The GR-GT looks angry in all the right ways, mixes racing technology with real-world usability, and shows Toyota is not easing into the next era of grand touring and racing. At the Higashi Fuji Technical Center in Japan, the company pulled the cover off something serious for track fans, the new GR-GT3, a purpose-built race car that will share its bones with the road-legal GR-GT. Even though the world premiere just happened, Toyota and Gazoo Racing are clear that this machine is still a work in progress and is not expected to hit the grid until around 2027 alongside the street version. While the two cars are closely related, the philosophies behind them are very different. The road-legal GR-GT pairs a newly developed twin turbo 4.0-liter V8 with an electric motor integrated into the transaxle, giving it hybrid punch and everyday drivability. The GR-GT3 strips that complexity away. There is no electric motor here, just a pure combustion V8 designed to live at full throttle for lap after lap. It is the kind of setup that speaks directly to purists who want sound, response, and simplicity. Toyota is targeting a curb weight of 1,750 kilograms or 3,858 pounds for the version that wears a license plate. The race car will go much lower once the electric hardware and comfort features are removed. Like any modern GT3 machine, its final weight will be locked in by class rules and balance of performance. For reference, the aging Lexus RCF GT3 carries a base weight of 1,250 kilograms, or 2,755 pounds, so you can imagine where Toyota is aiming with this new weapon. Visually, the GR-GT3 looks like the GR-GT turned up several notches. The bodywork is sharper and more extreme, with a massive rear wing, a deep front splitter, and functional louvers over the front fenders. Instead of the rear-mounted quad exhaust of the road car, the race version sends its gases out through dramatic side-exit exhausts that look and sound like they belong in a pit lane. The cabin is all business as well, stripped down to a single racing seat, a cage, and the controls needed to go fast and stay safe. Underneath, the details show how serious this project is. The GR GT3 rolls on race center-lock wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport racing tires, while the road car uses a more familiar 5-lug setup and Pilot Sport Cup 2 street rubber. Both versions rely on Brembo carbon ceramic brake discs front and rear, so whether you are on a circuit or a canyon road, stopping power will not be a problem. Toyota has not shared final power figures for the GR GT3, and even the road car is still under development. Engineers are targeting at least 641 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque for the street-legal GR GT, and those numbers already include the help from the electric motor. The race machine will trade that hybrid boost for lighter weight and endurance-tuned reliability, and those decisions will be shaped by GT3 regulations. This car has been a long time coming. The first GR GT3 concept was shown back in January 2022, and now we are finally seeing the real track-focused prototype. Toyota still calls it an under-development prototype, so some details may change before the first customer cars roll onto the grid. For enthusiasts, though, the message is clear. Gazoo Racing is investing heavily in the future of GT3, and the days of the Lexus RCF GT3 are numbered. The return of a Lexus model wearing the LFA badge is something many enthusiasts never thought they would ever witness again. The original car disappeared more than a decade ago, leaving behind a legacy built on a screaming V10 engine, a lightning-fast redline, and a soundtrack that still gives car lovers goosebumps. Now Lexus is introducing a new LFA concept, and although it is not ready for production, it signals a major shift in how the brand views its most iconic nameplate. This new LFA concept abandons the familiar internal combustion setup entirely. Instead of a high revving engine, this car relies on a fully electric layout, and Lexus is keeping the specifics extremely limited. There are no battery specifications, no power figures, and no confirmation of what kind of performance this model might deliver. For now, Lexus simply says the LFA badge represents advanced engineering meant to guide the next generation rather than a strict commitment to internal combustion engines. What Lexus is willing to reveal is the foundation. The LFA concept uses a lightweight, high-rigidity aluminum chassis that made its debut alongside the new Toyota GR-GT and GT3 race car. The difference is that Toyota equips its version with a twin-turbo V8 hybrid system, while the LFA concept is designed strictly around electric power. This alone shows how far Lexus is willing to push its electric performance ambitions. The exterior stays faithful to the earlier sport concept we saw in Monterey, with bodywork that looks far closer to production than most concept cars. The length of the car measures 185.6 inches, the width spans 80.3 inches, and the wheelbase stretches 107.3 inches. Compared to the original LFA, this concept is noticeably larger. It grows by about 10 inches in length and more than 6 inches in width, giving it a far more planted stance on the road. Inside, the cabin takes a more futuristic direction. The space wraps around the driver with a cockpit-focused layout, sharp lines, and aggressive geometry. Physical gauges are gone and replaced entirely by digital screens, and there is no traditional central infotainment display. It is a very different approach designed to push Lexus styling and technology into new territory. There is still so much we do not know, including the final performance targets, the production timeline, or whether Lexus will make major changes before the car becomes a reality. What we do have is a clear look at where Lexus wants to take the LFA legacy next. And if this concept is any indication, the future of the LFA is going to be bold, electric, and unlike